Okay, let's talk some fucking movies, shall we? I got to see a grown man impregnate himself about 12 times in one movie. Take that as you will, but it's certainly a film that I don't plan on rewatching ever again. Self-indulgence to the maximum. Stop trying to make me nostalgic for an era I didn't live in, and an era that these filmmakers didn't even live in either. Locus. That's your big plan for a conclusion to a 30-year-long franchise. Okay, see you again when you reboot in 5 to 7 years. For a game franchise which is essentially a playable movie, it's one of the easiest game franchises to adapt to a live-action movie. And somehow Sony still fucked it all up. I just hope they do better with The Last of Us. I hate to break it to you, don't shoot me, but it's Morbius.
Morbius! I got that acrimonious odious!
This could have been so much better, but it ended up just being like a hodgepodge of 15 different films all at once. But hey, at least it is a movie.
It feels like a movie.
Why do they keep rebooting this franchise over and over and over again? It should have never been a franchise in the first place. Can you just please let it die? The fact that this is the Pixar film that got released in theaters this year and I chose to watch it over Turning Red pisses me off to no end. It's a fun enough kids film to pass the time. That's about it. Oh my god, is that Black Adam? Taika, man, why did you put so many jokes in this movie? And why was Christian Bale essentially just relegated to a side role when he's the main villain? I'll never forgive this film for that. I just want to give a personal shout out to Mr. Dwayne Johnson for letting me walk on the Black Adam red carpet. Cannot wait to see the sequel, Dwayne. It's a fun enough murder mystery, but to be honest with you, I completely forgot it came out this year. It's a good Halloween seasonal movie like it's celebrating the holiday, but as a Michael Myers movie, it has about as much Michael Myers in it as Season of the Witch does. Which, coincidence? I think not. It's a beautifully shot and well-crafted movie, but to be honest, as a black comedy, I felt it was just a little too dramatic for my liking, and I didn't really find it super enjoyable. But still, an amazing movie, technically speaking. How can you not love Adam Sandler? I respect the hell out of George Miller for making this movie, I just don't know what he was aiming for, but I still enjoyed it. Fun premise, annoying as hell characters, it kind of tears out everything to just being a decent watch, but not great in my opinion. I like to imagine this movie as a Magic Mike spinoff that we never got. That's my headcanon, and you can't change my mind about that. It has a simple premise, it's well executed in what it sets out to do, and honestly, give me the sequel. Like, by next Christmas, please. Is this the best video game movie? Like, being serious, like, it's in the conversation right now, which, is that sad or is that, well actually it's kind of sad, but still, that's a really good accomplishment. If you don't like this video and watch it to the end, you are a diesel. It's a wild as hell movie that starts off really strong and does kind of fall apart at the end, but nonetheless is a very enjoyable ride. You know systemic racism still exists, right? Mia Goth deserves all the accolades for her performance here, and it sucks that she'll probably never get any recognition for it.
Tell me the truth! Why are you leaving me? What did you say? Why did you change?
You're scaring me, Pearl.
When it was a Sam Raimi horror movie, I wake. When it was about the Illuminati, I sleep. It's a good as hell werewolf movie that honestly slipped under the radar this year, and I do hope more people check it out sometime down the line, because it's a really good movie. It's Jackass. Were you expecting anything less? A lot better than what I was expecting for a horror prequel to a movie that came out over a decade ago going straight to streaming. And honestly, I want more Orphan movies. Listen, if Insidious and Saw can just be prequels nonstop, Orphan can too. Incredible visuals, phenomenally directed, but the characters are still lacking. Especially the younger son and Spider, they can go fuck themselves. Speaking of movies that do revolve around sea creatures, this movie has nothing to do with that. but it is a good feature biopic on Nikocado Avocado, and Brendan Fraser does deserve all the accolades for his performance here. Give him his comeback, Hollywood, right now. Love the premise, and I love the chemistry between Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal. Their banter alone makes the movie worth watching. Awesome undercurrent horror movie with great characters and performances to match. I had a complete blast with this movie. It's a good rejuvenation of the franchise. For a sequel that had none of the creators from the original movies present, minus like one producer, it's a sequel that does keep the consistency of the previous 4 movies, while also trying to do something different. And honestly, I am looking forward to Scream 6 and whatever sequels that come down the line with these creators involved. They've earned my trust. Finally, they made a Hellraiser movie that was actually a Hellraiser movie. A movie that wasn't just made to keep the rights to the franchise, one that actually just focused on the Cenobites as the main villain. Props to David Bruckner, Jamie Clayton, and all the people that actually made this a good movie. Now, give me the sequel. Yes, chef! This movie was fun for the whole family. Why are all the good horror sequels going to streaming nowadays? This is easily the best Predator follow-up in the entire franchise. And the Alien Hulu movie looks pretty good as well. Maybe down the line we'll actually get a good AVP movie. I hope so. The fact that this movie kicked off a soon-to-be completed trilogy is absolutely shocking to me, and completely inspiring at the same time. It really makes me want to go out and make a movie. And it has the best Scream by far of 2022. This movie was so good that it honestly felt like it was always part of Marvel's plan to kill off T'Challa, which is a feat that I do not envy from Ryan Coogler and his team, so props to all of you guys for making it through. It's the wackiest movie of the year, but it somehow works. I can't explain it. This is such a badass movie. Why didn't they do better at the box office? Gordy, where are you? Gordy, where are you? Stop playing with me. Gordy, no! Well, this is quite the smash hit of the year, and deservedly so. I mean, who doesn't want to see Tom Cruise fly around in real life jets? Man's fucking crazy. Something fucked up DC. Its name is WB. What a fun movie. I am so glad I saw this in a packed crowd in the theater. I honestly think that after these 2 Knives Out movies, I think Rian Johnson can finally be forgiven for making The Last Jedi. Wait, don't shoot! Chef's kiss, Mr. Guadagnino. Because of your movie, I've officially converted to a cannibalistic diet, and I couldn't be happier because of it. Best movie of the year by far, in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my face now. See you next year.